Hey guys!
What's going on?
What's up? Next time you come here, I'll have you playing in an elevator. How's that sound?
Oh, that's actually
In the
kind of
elevator?
Nice and tighter.
Really,
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll probably sound tighter.
Yeah, or how about a cardboard box? A
It
box?
could be arranged.
We could be in a box.
Yeah.
We could fit in a box. That box. It's like this
That
thing.
box? Guys, can we try to make you fit?
Aaron can fit.
I could
He's like
probably
5'2".
Yeah?
Yeah, very flexible.
There's a UPS store down the block.
We can all play an individual.
Can we
boxes.
ship you home?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, you guys sounded great. I mean, are you
Thank
guys
Thank you.
accustomed to doing like the stripped down sets?
This is the first one.
Yeah.
Is it really?
This is our first acoustic.
Ah, I'm flattered. Seriously.
Yeah, we
It sounded great.
It just hasn't. I don't know. We just haven't had the need to do it, and now with pushing the single, we're starting to do more radio stuff and things like that. So now we're kind of. It was good because we had to learn a few songs acoustic. Like our manager was like, all right, you guys need to be able to play an acoustic set. We're like, okay. Oh, okay.
Everyone,
Yeah,
everyone
right.
has a fucking session. Everyone does.
Right.
So,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, well, we've got one now, thanks to you guys. So, yeah.
Do the songs start that way though? I mean, I would think that they kind of,
Yeah.
in a way, right?
Yeah, I think we always start on acoustics, unless we're like writing. Sometimes like Nick and I will sit down and like demo out a full song with a bunch of full, all the instruments and everything. But when it comes to the actual like structure and arrangement and melodies of the song, I think it's really important to start acoustic so that just if it works stripped down, it's gonna work as a full band.
It happens a lot of different ways though.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like the other one we just wrote the other night is like it's like you started like writing the verse like on Pro Tools and everything. Then it was like okay, like let's finish this whole thing. And then we like just stayed up on acoustics all night and then like.
Everything with you guys is like super, like everything just comes together. It's pretty crazy. Like, I mean, reading your paragraph about the band, the EP comes together really quick, right?
Yeah.
Like, Favorite Liar comes out on Sirius Alt Nation, and all of a sudden it's played, and it's played, and
Yeah,
it's
like
played,
the-
and it's
yeah.
played, and it's played some more, and it's played some more,
Yeah.
and I heard it on my way actually coming back here.
That's awesome.
And
That's awesome.
and it's funny because on my way here, they were like, "Guys, you really do make a difference," because these guys were unsigned when we were playing this. Like I was just like listening to
true.
this, and it's true. And they've said that about so many bands before. And I mean, props to them. And they don't need it. But,
Yeah.
But talk to me a little bit about how fast everything. I mean, 15 months ago, you guys weren't even a band. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think
Pretty wild.
it's definitely a very articulate like combination of hard work and a lot of luck. And I think that's kind of how it happens in the music industry anyway. Like the right song hits at the right time and the right people hear it. But we literally spend every day working on something. If we're not writing, we were trying to book our own tours, or we were trying to come up with. We do all our own like media graphics and all like we just have always worked from the inside out. And it's literally every day. Like yesterday was a 20-hour day. We woke up at 4:30 this morning to drive to New York to do this, and it's just I don't know. We all love the idea of that grind and working hard. So I think that's why things seem to like they happen fast. But for us, it's like it's not happening soon enough. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like come on.
Yeah.
I think
At the same time,
we're all
when
just
you
anxious.
look
and,
back at it, it's like holy crap, like this all happened in a year. But it's like
Yeah.
that was a whole year. Like,
Yeah.
Right. It's
just
like it
weird.
feels
It's,
like we've
really
been a
hard
band
to,
for
keep track
ever,
of.
but it's
Yeah.
it's literally been like 14 months.
Yeah. It's crazy though. Talk to me a little bit about the story about how you guys snuck into a studio and recorded.
Yeah, so that's kind of how our band was born. Aaron and I kind of recruited these guys to join the band, and they drove 2 days later or something like that across the country in 2 days straight. Like they didn't stop. Like they just went just for gas.
From where? Jersey?
From
to
Jersey. I guess
Wow.
that's a
That's
testament
I
to
think
our
we have
impatience.
like the record for doing it. Like it said, I think the GPS said like 41 hours, and we made it in under 48, and we broke down on the way.
Really?
That's true.
Yeah.
That sounds
We broke down at like 4 in the morning and we ended up
In a
on the
blizzard.
road at like 8 in the morning again.
Nice.
In a blizzard.
Well, so they moved across the country, and then 3 days later, Erin and I, a mutual friend of ours, she messaged us on Facebook, and she said, hey, I've got this home studio. She's also a musician. She said, I've got this. I'm house sitting for this guy. He's got a home studio or whatever. If you guys want to come over, we can like drink some wine, record a cover or something. And I was like, yeah, I'll go check it out. That sounds like it could be fun. So I brought over just one of the guys, and I walk in, and it's not a home studio. It's like a studio at home. Like it's like a whole different building.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this guy's like got a full drum room, full like it's huge. It's a professional studio, and I walked in and I saw everything, and I was like, holy shit. And we had no money at all. Like we were trying to we had some demos. We were trying to figure out how we were gonna do the EP. The guys didn't even know all the parts yet to the songs that I was already writing. But so we were just kind of like, but again, opportunity. So I called our roommate Andrew, who engineered the EP for us, and I said, yo, grab the guys, get in the truck, get over here now. And then within an hour, we were tracking the drums for the EP. And the girl's sitting there, she's loving it. She's, everyone's hanging out. And,
You're trying to write a song with her?
Yeah, like, I was just trying to write it. Yeah. And we're kind of like, how, and I asked her, I was like, how long do you have the studio? And she said, well, I've got it for like a week or so.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be using it for these days. He said I could have friends over to use it. So I'm like, okay, we could probably get away with something here. And then she said, look, I'm going to be in here these days. I'm going to be gone, but you can use it from these hours to these hours. You be careful because the ex-wife comes once in a while, blah, blah. And we're like, this is so sketchy. So she left us a key under the mat. She said, and we went for 3 days straight. It was like 5 p.m. to like 9 a.m. Like we would go in, it was light, and then we'd leave and it was light. But there was a lot of darkness in between there while we were just shut inside, no windows, studio, tracking rhythms. And we never recorded anything before.
Yeah.
Our roommate Andrew, he like had some limited experience, and he had just started working with a producer, so he was kind of learning a bit as an assistant producer. But none of us had ever taken a task on this before. But we were just taking the limited knowledge we have, and we were just applying it to this guy's studio, repatching the drums, and they're in there like picking from, the guy had like, I think he's a drummer, so he had a bunch of snares, and they're like learning how to, which snares to use. We're all just guessing, we had no idea what the fuck we were doing.
That's crazy.
So we tracked for 3 days straight. We got to everything but vocals. And then the last day we're just kind of like, and we thought we had a few more days in there too. So, we're just kind of going over the things, some of the parts, and then we get a call from the girl like, hey, the ex-wife is on her way to the house. You guys, I know I didn't really tell you this, but you're kind of not supposed to be in there at all. You have to leave. And we're like panicked. And the worst part was the EP wasn't on a hard drive yet. And actually, Andrew just reminded me of this the other day, that it was still on his computer. The whole EP. It was still on his computer. And it takes hours to transfer that, or however long, and we had to leave that moment. So we cleaned everything and left, and then the EP was sitting in that room, and we never knew if we would ever be able to go back in there to get it. Because this guy's ex-wife came home, and he was supposed to come home 2 days later. We didn't know if she was going to be there the whole time, so we're just like, fuck. Like, what do we do? And so we're home, and then I think he went like 2 in the morning the next night, because the key was still there, and he went in, plugged it in, and he said he was just in the dark with his vape, just waiting for it to transfer. And he unplugged it, he bolts out of there, and then we went home, and again, we'd never mixed a song or anything like that before, and there was one point where there was literally 4 of us in his room, each on different laptops, editing bass, editing drums, editing guitars, and we pretty much edited all the instrumentals because we didn't have vocals yet, we didn't have a good enough mic to do them. So again, we were like, all right, we got the whole EP, we've got instrumentals for all the songs, but we don't have the vocals. Like, we were mixing it with demo vocals that I did in the room, and then so we edited the whole thing ourselves, and then we got a friend of ours had a really nice mic, and he said, hey, I'm gonna be done with the session at like 1 in the morning. You guys can come over and cut the 3 songs. So we just ran over there, middle of the night, cut the 3 songs, and then we edited there. And the song sounded like shit for a while too, by the way, because again, when you've never mixed songs before, it's harder than it seems.
Right.
And there's a lot of things that you just don't know. So we're on YouTube, like tutorials, and it took us like 3 months to mix the songs. Cause we started playing shows and this and that. And we were like, and our manager was like, dude, you guys are going on tour soon. You have to get these songs out. Like because we kept saying they're done now, and then you're like, all right, where's the song? She's like, oh, one more fix, one more this or that, and it took forever. And I felt like we would never get it. And then one night, we're like, holy shit, these sound like songs. Like we move one thing, oh, okay, and move another thing. It's like, oh shit, okay, and it's like this weird puzzle where it's like it finally sounds like music, which is like a very hard thing to explain when you hear when it's wrong, But it's and then the songs were done, and then we put them out, and that was that.
And you're working on another EP now. I'm assuming it's a lot easier.
Yeah. We're writing it right now. We locked ourselves in my grandma's house because.
Why do you guys lock yourselves up? Like, can you have light on it?
Yeah, no.
Workflow,
it was also the middle of nowhere. So when I say lock ourselves, we're pretty much locking ourselves in that
you're
town.
You're with your grandmother now?
No, she went to Florida for 3 months.
Oh, okay.
So we've kind of made it a bit
Does
of a
she
bad
know that
house.
you guys are there?
Yes, I kind of.
Does that guy know that you guys?
No. No, I don't even know his. I don't know. His name.
Oh, you don't even know his name?
No. Well, these guys seem to. I don't know where the studio is at all. They seem to say they know where it is.
I couldn't get there.
I couldn't get there if I tried. Where it is? It's like in a suburb of LA, near where we were living.
It'd be great if your AP was still like somewhere on
his computer. I think we were smart enough to. Andrew's a smart tech guy. I'm sure.
Found it. He knows the song already.
Yeah, he just waited.
The whole session.
He's waiting for it to blow up.
Broke into my house.
Yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if he walked into Andrew just on his vape though? I was just thinking about that.
Dude, what are you doing, man? Stealing.
Based on the posters on his wall, he seemed like a pretty laid back surfer dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
probably just
much
yeah.
description we should
Yeah,
have
he'd
given.
probably.
Right. It's based on his address, which is. Never mind.
Stop that. Never mind.
So
You have too much information about it, guy.
No, but about this EP, obviously it's easier this time around, right?
Yeah, well, we're not recording it quite yet, so I guess we'll see.
Okay.
But we're writing it, and because we've got so many songs, we could, we've got enough songs to put out a full length, but we're not. We want them to be. We want to put out really, really good songs for now, and not just we don't want to have a few album tracks. We want to have literally like a whole album of singles. Like that's our goal, because we write so much that So we'll see how the recording process goes. I think we're looking around for producers right now. We're in a studio, kind of working things out ourselves. We'll see how it goes. We're not sure yet.
Song to song, I mean, even the 2 songs you did today, so different. I mean, is it? Do you guys feel that too? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Like totally different, like
definitely different feel.
like a Weezer vibe to a Jack White vibe.
Right,
I don't know.
yeah,
I kind of.
Really?
I got that. I don't know.
Jack White. I would like to know about that. Where do you hear the Jack White?
I don't know.
He loves Jack White,
I
so
love
that
Jack
he,
White.
No, there was just something. There's just something, and
And it's even
trust
it's even
me.
different
I
now,
hate when
too.
people throw out comparison because everything's so subjective. So like it can be like. A little Whitney Houston in there,
Right.
Yeah, there's so many little.
Which I
things
did, by
about
the way.
it.
Very subtle. Her state would be very proud.
Yeah, we hear
But-
the difference for sure. I think it's
But yeah,
And
song to
it's
song.
different now too. Like that was what was there before the band was really even a band yet.
Right,
So
right.
like now there's plenty of different.
like we wrote a
We're
song
still,
the
still
other day.
figuring it out.
Yeah, like yesterday we wrote a song that's like a very good mix of like the two of that kind of like indie pop style that you get from like Vampire Weekend and things like